And 'cause she pair on cocktail characters.
Characters.
Did you like that version? I love it. It's so good.
It is. I feel like it's been forever since we've been here. Like,
Like a week.
yeah, something like that. Days. Really.
Well, my update. I'm just gonna volunteer to go first.
Okay.
I took my kids to Mexico. It was really fun.
Oh, that's awesome. You're a brave soul. Did they do good?
They did great.
Good.
They did awesome. So my other update is I started microderming my face to try and bring the new life to.
Yes.
And I cut myself.
Maybe you should have a professional do it next time.
I literally, to myself, thought, could never be a man. I'd just be cuts everywhere.
Oh, for sure. You have those little toilet paper spots.
That would be
me.
me.
Did you ever have your dad do that? Come out of the bathroom?
Yes.
Toilet paper spot. He would have like blood on his collar for
Yes,
church. You know,
'cause you're like, I did that to my legs. I would put toilet paper on my legs.
I did too.
Yeah.
I
I
would
didn't do any toilet paper today. That's the problem.
I don't think it would have helped anything.
Anyways,
Oh, wait. I want to do mine too.
at the same time, let's clink, not clink, because it never sounds like a clink. Oh, I love that.
What do you think?
It's beachy.
Ooh, it's tart.
I love how you do that.
That's how I taste things. I've always done it like all my life. I'm like,
What's the fastest you can do it? Whoa.
what do you think?
Are you going? Or you're going.
On the roof of my mouth.
It's so fast.
Thanks.
You'd have been a good trumpet player.
I wonder if I
Anyways.
missed my calling because I was in orchestra. I played violin for 8 years.
Wow.
And I always just barely hung on to the second chair of the first chair situation, first stand. I mean, barely. I was like,
that means we're good though.
no.
First chair is the best.
It is the best, but
Second
think
chair is the next best.
it was really by default because there wasn't really that many good ones. There's only one other girl, Laura. She was really good, but she had private lessons for years.
Gotcha.
And she was really good. I don't know if you watch this, Laura, but if you do, shout out. You're
Laura,
awesome.
first chair
First
orchestra.
chair. She was really good, and I was just barely
Sure.
keeping up. And yeah, I think I probably would have done better in like with percussions or with a wind instrument or something. I just think that would have probably been more my
Yeah,
skills would have been better used there, if you know what I mean.
I know
I can beatbox a little bit.
you would have been a great trumpet player.
I think so.
That brass line, that could have used you.
Oh.
You are a human trumpet.
I don't even need to be in class. Oh my gosh, such a dork.
I'm bringing a trumpet next time.
Okay. I'll probably be
What's
like,
your update?
"Bleh."
in life?
Oh,
Mine was on the same
oh
note.
my gosh. Oh, everybody.
what?
Hi. For the first time, finally, we went to Beard Engine Brewery in Alba, Missouri. Have you ever been?
No, and I want to go so bad.
Let's
Can we go? Can we go?
Pack up. Let's go. What's your last appointment tonight?
Yes, I love that.
It was so good. Their beer is so good.
Do they have food there too?
They had a food truck there. It was really good. Had wings and burgers
Dog.
and fried pick. Get it.
I love it.
It was so good.
And it's
So
fun.
last minute, I got invited. There was a group of people,
Yeah.
couples going, and one of them was like, "You should come." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And she's like, they don't need it. No, they don't care. Let's go." And I'm like, "Okay." So we were the first ones there.
No, people didn't know you were coming.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, I think she might have told them eventually, but anyway, like it was. We spent the whole evening there on the lawn. There was a band over around the corner, which was fine. It was great, whatever. And we just sat around and just in those lovely Adirondack chairs. It's my least favorite chairs. I'm like,
You can't get out of them. Once you're in them, you're in them.
yeah, it's pretty bad. But it was so much fun. So we hung out. There was people everywhere when we got there playing cards.
What?
Yes, all these like folks that were like little foursomes and stuff playing little card games.
I love
It was so
cards.
great. I do too.
How do we not know that about each other?
I don't think I knew that about you.
Did you grow up playing cards?
Yes.
We were a large card family.
Lots of games.
Cards.
Games and cards. We played canasta till the cows came home.
Wait, are we not playing
I
cards
don't know.
right
We've been
now?
wasting our time. Okay.
Okay. Did you guys ever play a game called Hand and Foot?
Yes. That's canasta. That's hand and foot canasta.
Wait,
That's
That's the same game?
and there's multiple versions, but that is stop it.
I feel
I love that game.
antsy right now. We have to play it.
I agree.
I actually feel like we
A
need to stop
million
recording. I'm just kidding. Don't stop, Gabe. But we will be playing that. Yeah. Okay.
I love it. Let's do it.
Okay. I love
Okay.
it.
So that's my update. Fun. Actually, our weekend was packed full. So packed full by the time Monday came, I thought it was, by the time Tuesday I thought was Monday. I was so like, "Grrr."
Yes, you were kind of out of it on Monday.
Yeah, I was. But
I still love you even when you're out of it.
thank you.
That's cool.
Thank you. It was a good weekend.
That's so good.
So what are we going to talk about today? I feel like we probably should make our big announcement. We no longer work together on the same team.
That's the best transition we've ever had. We should make our big announcement. We no longer work together. What if it was like, we're breaking up?
Our big announcement. We're pregnant. Both of us at the same time. Just call us Mother Mary. It's a miracle.
That would be crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's good.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad.
Yeah, I cried a lot. I'm just
I did too.
But we promised each other this. The pod.
The pod would be
And some other stuff, but mostly the pod for sure.
The pod and some, that sounds not good. We promise each other the pod and some other stuff.
It's none of their business.
Get out. You don't even need to know it.
Moment, okay?
Yeah.
No, yeah. So we're talking about like
So friends.
things change.
Transitions,
man.
Yeah. And my transition, like our transitions in that effect, obviously affected each other because we worked
A little bit.
together so closely. So yeah, I mean, so summer's hard. It was a hard summer for me personally, just in total honesty. And I think honestly, after transitioning out of everything, I'm like, the hard didn't come from like the work situation. Like I really don't think that's where the hardness of the season came in. I think though that it played into the, I don't know, I need words, like into the staying stuck in it, in the hardness, but it wasn't because of it. Does that make sense?
Sure.
I don't know if it
Okay,
does.
so let me just repeat what you said
Yeah.
back to you and see if I understand.
Okay.
The difficulties didn't come from work per se and your work situation, but your work situation made you feel stuck in what was feeling hard at the moment because you
Yeah.
really couldn't. It seemed like you were having a hard time putting definition
Yes.
around why
Yes.
what's making
And
this
it's
so
like,
hard.
and I couldn't get past it because I was still just doing
Yeah.
this thing. And I was like, I need like a large
yeah,
change.
yeah.
I think that's the
shake
thing.
up.
Shake
it up.
Yeah.
Shake
yeah.
it up.
So, I mean, I think we've addressed this before. 4-ish years ago, went through a divorce. That's a lot
That's
to
a
process.
shakeup.
And there was a lot around that was just a lot. But I think, and with that situation, I think my personality in hard times, typically, I revert to just keep going, like Dory on Nemo, like just keep swimming. And just smile and swim as fast as you can and just get to the next thing
Yeah.
because I literally don't have the capacity to process what is happening in my life. So I think I did that for a while, and there, like, I worked through things as much as I could, but I think that this summer it was just, and I think that's how trauma is such a trigger word, but it just like, I think that's how any large life thing works. It's like you process different parts of it at different times, and I think that
There's a delay sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
for sure.
Yeah, and I can definitely attest to that in other life experiences.
Yeah.
100%. Like I can almost give you a pinpoint exact moment when I finally grieved my sister's death. And it was nowhere near when it actually happened.
How long after?
It was 6 months.
Yeah.
And actually Jordan and I both started the process at the same time, which was very interesting because there was a lot of layers
Yeah.
around her death that nobody else necessarily was privy to
Sure.
outside of either just us or our family.
Right.
And so there was a lot to process. We did not do it at all. We just kept swimming. So I
Yeah.
get that. Okay, so back to you on that. So you've transitioned out. You realized that it wasn't necessarily the work that was making it hard, but it definitely was not allowing you to bust out of the hardness and figure out your next steps
Yes.
of how to remedy this feeling in this situation.
Yeah.
So you decided to go solo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And which was a hard decision because our team was so
It's so
amazing
freaking
and is
awesome.
so amazing.
It's great.
Yeah. And when you work with a team of people, there's a level of accountability and a level of that I would expect from any team member or myself included, a level of showing up that you need to be able to do, that I was like, I can't commit to this level of showing up right now. Therefore, stepping away is the best. And leaving felt like a weight off. Again, not because the team was wrong or bad or anything with that. It just is my season of life with my kids and running around and just all of that. So stepping back on my own and doing that it's a hard, decisions are hard and transitions are hard in life. But it's been really good. Yeah. Good. And in that same vein, it is a step back. Like, I'm still operating my business. I still have to work.
Yeah, a step back feels like you're going backwards, but you're not. It's almost sidestep.
It's like it's
just getting out of this thing situation and going over into this thing.
Yes. So I can operate how I need to operate for the season that I'm in. Yeah. I'm just pivoting the way I'm working. Yeah. And with that, I am actually downsizing my house though.
Ooh, which, speaking of transitions,
is a big transition. And I love this house. And I will tell you, I think the hardest part of that decision is because every time I walk into a house, like I've renovated the whole thing, walked out, and been like, that's a bow, and like packaged up and move on. And this one, while I have done a lot to it, there's still so many projects undone that even selling it is like, oh no, like it's not done yet though. It's not done yet. And I also realize I'm not in the season to finish these projects. Like, my pivot right now is focusing on time and space and being able to help the people in front of me, like my clients and my children. And that's what I have the capacity for.
Absolutely. I think there's a friend of mine, I think she has it on her wall or on something, and it says less is more. And that's really true a lot of times, of just sometimes what you gain out of either slowing down or minimalizing or cutting certain things out of your life or people sometimes, or doing less activities or whatever that is, spending less so then you can do less work. Like, it all kind of, it opens up something else that's so much bigger, and it can be so much, it can be what you need in such a more emotional or mental or relational or spiritual way. Like, there's all these, and that's something that I think that I really respect you for that, because that can be really hard to be trying to build something big and help people succeed in this business or in life, and trying to be a mentor and a coach and a friend and a coworker and a leader, but at the same time trying to like give of yourself in all these other spaces too. And it's just, humans only have so much capacity, and it's okay.
Yes.
And something's got to give. And I really respect you for saying, this is what's going to have to give. What matters more is me taking care of my family. Yeah. I mean, you can never fault somebody for doing, that is the ultimate sacrifice.
It's the ultimate, and
it's the one that is always going to be out of love, and and it can be so blessed because you're doing it for the right reasons. Yeah. So
thanks.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Of course.
It is weird to be saying even there was a guy here working on something with mortar, I don't know, and he was like, I was telling him, I was like, I'm selling the house, like, if you know anybody. He was like, well, if you don't mind me asking, like, why are you selling this? And I was like, well, I'm just downsizing and just transitioning that. And he was like, how old are you? Like, people don't downsize when they're 33 with 3 kids, young kids. Like, people are getting bigger houses and more. And so it feels, in total honesty, it feels kind of weird. It's like,
well, you're going against the grain of what society's expecting of somebody in your position.
Yeah, probably. It's like, no, you keep the big house, you keep all the things, and then you just work to sustain it all. And I'm just like, I don't think I can. I don't want to do this. This is not the life that I want my family to operate in. And what's been kind of cool is I've been reading studies about houses, and hear me, I love big houses. I think they're beautiful and gorgeous, and there's no judgment. I have a lot of friends who live in large houses. I think they're amazing,
especially if it's a murder house.
Yes,
it's even big, and
if it's a murder house, I'm immediately moving into it. 100%. But I was reading a study about smaller spaces, and it was just saying that families, because you only have so many spaces, like they tend to have strong relationships because they are forced to be together.
You can't isolate yourself.
Right.
You have to figure out how to work with each other and,
work
around
through
each other.
stuff. Yes.
And get over it because you're getting ready to go to and share the same bedroom with your
Right.
sister or
Yes,
whatever. Yeah.
yes.
Like it's you. And I think we've talked about that. Yeah. Because I love that the house you're moving into, it looks, I'm sure I haven't seen it, and I'm sure it looks nothing like the house that I grew up in. We were talking about favorite houses before in another podcast episode. But when you've talked to me about it, my brain goes immediately to Baxter Street house because it was the space. It was the house. It was that real core pivotal time in our lives when things were peaceful, even outside of our house, out of our family, like other like aunts and uncles. There were all kinds of drama and all this stuff, but our little core family in this tiny little house, it was so peaceful.
Yes.
And it was very focused on what mattered most in the moment. And it was some of my best memories. So I think
that's amazing.
my brain immediately, when you were telling me about the house you're going to be moving into, you're buying, that I immediately was like, it's their Baxter Street house.
Yeah. Which you've been a big encouragement on that too. And I think even us just even reflecting on childhood and what was important as a child. Like neither of us grew up in big houses.
No,
Neither of us grew up with these lavish childhoods.
Simple.
And they were good and they were strong. And not that you can't have those things and it be a good childhood.
Of course
you can.
Yeah. But
And
for you, it's
for me,
obvious that's your jam. That's where you feel most yourself and feel like you can.
And where I feel peaceful.
Yeah.
Like finding peace as a parent, I think is hard, and you have to be able to recognize where am I going to be able to find peace so that I can show up as the best parent that I can, you know? And I am realizing I'm learning it. I'm 33. Like, I don't know. This is the first time I've been on this earth. So I'm figuring out what is peaceful as I try my best to parent kids, and I try my best to teach them about life and relationships and money and taking care of stuff. And how I'm feeling in this chapter, I can do that best is moving into a smaller space and making our life simpler, getting rid of a lot of stuff, actually downsizing our clothes and our shoes and our toys because we won't have room for it, which is actually going to be kind of great. It's less to take care of. So anyway, so that's my big life transition that's been kind of brewing for a while. And because I stepped away, it very much affected you.
Wow, thanks. You're the best.
And that's hard. It's been hard. We've had a lot of hard conversations.
We've had a lot of hard conversations. I think that because I feel like we've both been pretty, or not pretty, we've both been upfront with each other about the pros and cons of all of it, or our fears of what, and the hesitations and how we're going to make, like, anyway. But also at the same time, understanding that while making decisions in business does affect other people, taking it in stride and in grace and understanding that just because something's best for you, it doesn't mean it has to upend my world and make it life alter. I mean, it does change things.
Sure.
And there's lots of emotions. I'm not going to lie, like the good and the bad, frustrations and fear and anxiety because that wasn't my plan.
Yeah.
But I mean, thankfully with where, me staying with the Lundy group was my decision. And I think that, and then stepping up into just the buyer agent role that's where you occupied space before, and I was your showing assistant. I think that me moving into that space, it wasn't what I wanted and I didn't want to do it, but it didn't make sense to do anything else. So thankfully, Jonathan and I had some really hard conversations about it too. And he never made me feel forced to step into that role, but he also very much wanted it if I wanted it.
Yeah.
So,
because you're amazing.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Actually, I could tell you a couple things that happened this week. I was just like, okay, well. And look at Jonathan. I'm like, if you want to get rid of me, I understand.
He's like, it's every week.
He's like, yeah. And he's like, you're going to be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah.
It's the job.
It is. But you have those ups and downs with anything, right?
Yeah.
But you make your second guess, or I'm like, wait a minute. I know how I pissed that person off, but how did I don't think I did anything with this one.
Feels
where
left
is it? Yeah, left field with this
Why
gal.
you mad, bro?
I need you to calm down. Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing to say. No, I don't know. So, yeah, I stepped into the agent role, and it's been good. It's been a confidence booster because I was purposely keeping myself chill, and I wanted to do that. And actually, it was good for a lot of reasons, but it's been good to transition to, honestly. I wasn't happy about it at first.
Yeah.
I just wasn't. That's not what I
That's
wanted.
okay. Yeah.
I had a 5 every time, you guys, when I first started working for the team here, I was like, what's your 5-year plan? I'm like, I don't know. In 5 years, I'll be getting close to 50, so I'll probably need to do something different. I don't know.
That's my favorite answer. I don't know. I'm like, yeah, that's great.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why do I have to have a plan? I mean, I barely know what I'm going to eat for lunch tomorrow. Give me a freaking break.
Oh, I know lunch tomorrow.
But you know what? I do, like, that used to make me feel inadequate, like when I couldn't answer that. But I also feel like I have a lot of things I like to do.
Yeah.
So why can't I just leave my options open?
Yeah.
If something works out in this direction,
Yep.
I'm ready. If
Yeah.
something works out in this direction, I'm ready. But to be very honest with you, my end goal isn't real estate. My end goal isn't about money making. My end goal isn't about any of these things that I'm doing. It's about spiritual goals that I've had all my life. That's the end goal always.
Yeah.
So if I can just do these things
Yep.
that you have to do for life
Sure.
to get me to the point where I can do the thing I really want to do,
Yeah.
then that's my 5-year plan.
Yeah.
It may happen in 10 years or
Yeah.
2 years.
But that's my plan.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
That's my plan. And right now this is fitting into my life
Yeah.
so that eventually I can have that plan. So it's okay. So the transition's been good, and it's also been frustrating, but but in the end, the last couple of weeks have really finally, like, to where I don't get, like, break into, like, sweats going into, because I have to do another consultation, because they're not that big a deal. And actually,
But when you step into something new and hard, it's also okay if you're sweating every time you
every
step
time you
into
do
it.
it. Yes.
The bigger thing is that you step into the room and you're like, even though I'm sweating and freaking
Let's just
out,
do this.
I'm stepping into the
Uh-huh.
room.
And honestly, it's been really good because I love how you would do things, and I followed your lead, and it worked out great every time pretty much. And I can't think of when it didn't, so it worked out great. But honestly, the past week or so, 2 weeks, I've had some really good new clients come through the door, and that we've picked up, and I went in there and I was myself.
Yes.
Ta-da. Surprise,
that's
surprise. You know, I just was like, okay, I'm going to take this and we're going to just deconstruct it and put it back
Yeah.
together. I'm just going to do what I do.
Yeah.
But the point of it is but what I do like is right now I'm doing all the things. I don't have an
Yeah.
assistant. It's
Yeah.
just me. I have back end help with paperwork, so I'm doing the showings, I'm doing the consults, I'm doing the follow-ups, I'm doing the negotiating, doing all the things.
There's something sweet about that.
It really kind of is,
Yeah.
Shaylea, because I've not been in a role as an agent to where I had a lot of, like, it's a very different space. It's really interesting because I've been an agent for over 2 years. I have my license for over 2 years now, 2.5 years, and which I kept telling people, like, just over a year, and it's been 2.5. Time
Like, I've
flies.
been doing this so much longer.
So I've been in 3 or 4 different spaces as an agent
Yeah.
now already in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And I think people don't understand, like, how this can work, and there's different places to be. We've talked about it before.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Anyway, so it's been really good, and I've kind of deconstructed and put it back together and trying to figure out how I want to do it and how I want to be there for our clients. And it's been good. And the stress is finally, I really don't feel stressed about it anymore. I just feel like we're kind of getting on the train, and the train's starting to chug a lug, and things are happening, and things are getting under contract. And that feels so good.
Yes.
And Jonathan's super supportive, and there's been a lot of stuff because he tries to do the listing side while I do the buyer, but there's been a couple of times buyers don't want me, and I'm like, they want you.
Yeah.
They need you.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, let's do this together. And it's been really good because the clients, it's just been a little bit different. A little bit different. It's been good.
Yeah.
So this is not forever. It's a job.
Yes.
I've never been, people are like, what, career? And I'm like, it's a job.
Yeah.
It makes money. It puts a roof over the head. It takes us on a vacation or two.
Yep.
That's not life. But it can be fun. I want it to be enjoyable. I want it to be fulfilling, but it's not.
It's not the end all be all. And I think that's when we make things that aren't the end all be all, when we put things on pedestals that don't need to be on pedestals, that's when they actually kind of fall apart.
Absolutely.
Because we're making idols out of something that doesn't need to be an idol. And that's, literally can't
It
be
felt-
an idol.
I know.
It's not worthy of that. But I think what's beautiful is you talked about like I made it and did it myself. Anytime I've ever like taught a class or had any opportunity to walk people through like being an agent or doing anything, the biggest thing is to be yourself.
And you've said that. I've been in your classes and you've said that.
Yes.
And other people have too, but yeah.
Because what makes you so good at your job is the way you do it. If you know the like tedious things that anybody can learn on a piece of paper, which is our contracts, you need to know them. Anybody can learn the facts of that, but nobody can show up in a consult and be Ragan.
Right.
Nobody can show up with the gifts that you're going to bring to the table, the empathy and the glasses that you wear to see people. Nobody can show up in a room like that except for you.
Right.
So when you show up as you and you walk people through that in the most genuine way, that's what people are hiring. That's what they're buying into, because they're like, yeah, we like this girl and we want her to walk us through this process because we trust her. And I think that's the sweet spot, when you get to be you and walk people through it.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think, and I know it's been such a hard transition because it wasn't expected. It wasn't wanted. It was like
you're a
kicking
jerk,
and screaming. I know, but you've handled it really beautifully. And I think that's, in talking about transitions, I think that's important. Sometimes in life, we're faced with transitions that we didn't want, we didn't ask for, we didn't choose them. We actually wouldn't have chosen them. And you've completely, like what you said earlier, like, I showed up sweating, but I stepped in the room. Like you stepped in the room of the transition, and like, that's it. And even to your end goal is like, gosh, how can we like serve Jehovah and God best is like stepping into the room and being ourselves. And like, that's where we get to meet. We have the opportunity to love and meet people every day and try and serve them and be kind to them. And this is just the avenue that we do that through.
Sure.
Is selling
That's an
real
opportunity
estate.
for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our cocktail.
Hard transition. I'm stepping in. I'm sweating and I'm stepping in. It was awkward. And I'm doing
okay, so let's wrap it up. But no, what I was gonna say, I think that I love everything you're saying about all that, and actually, I feel like as you mature, that stuff starts to make more sense, and you start embracing it more. But sometimes even more mature people still have a hard time embracing those types of things. So I think it just is. I feel like because of how we both handled the situation and how we're open to that, I feel like that is a testament to kind of being on the same page. And while we're going in different directions, or we're sitting parallel instead of together now, we're not in different directions. We're in the same room. We're going in the same direction, but we're not together doing it. I feel like I feel really good about how we worked through all of that.
Yeah.
Because it could have gone different. Work relationships can not sour. I'm not saying I would have done that, but it can change things to the point to where it's hard to rally from it and continue to. And that was a fear for both. I think for me it was.
Yeah.
That we would not be able to stay.
What would you say? Because I have something very clear in my head that I'm like, there's a moment that I feel like I'm like, okay, and this is when I knew like we'll be able to work through this. And I think there's a way in which we showed up that made that possible. Do you feel like, what would you say is like what made it possible for us to work through this really hard transition? What would you say how we did that to be together?
I'm trying to figure out what you're thinking, but instead of doing that, I'm going to say what came to my mind immediately. Yeah. For me personally, it was the moment that even though I knew that you were probably going to leave anyway, I asked you to take a minute and think about it because I couldn't handle watching somebody I care about that I've grown to love sit beside you and watch you make a decision that didn't seem clear, and it didn't seem based on any logic at the moment, just your feelings, I'm a very emotional person, but I try to think through things too. Sure. I'm not an overthinker. Don't. A lot of people are like, I'm an overthinker. I'm like, I'm not, unfortunately.
I'm an underthinker.
I actually underthink a lot. I did that actually today when I bought tires. It was a whole thing. I underthought it hard. Anyway, just let's do it. I think that in that moment, I was like, I just need you to take a minute. And I was willing to do what it took to give you that opportunity, because I know that I've been in a space before where things were falling freaking falling apart in my life. And I had people hold me up and take care of things so that I could go and lose my mind for a minute and come back and step back in or not, whatever.
Yeah.
And that was for me the moment of like, I don't feel like this is probably going to work out. I feel like she's going to go ahead and head down that path, but I need to know that we've done it in a way that she won't have regrets. And so for me, I feel like that was my moment of just like, I was already letting you go, but I also was like, let's do it in a different way so that it feels healthier and it feels like you're making it in an educated way, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
what about for you?
So that's not the moment I had in my head, but that I will say, just on a relationship and friendship level, to have people in your life that are like, because I will say this, because I ended up making the same decision.
Sure.
And that time was like healing. It was really important, actually, I think, because it did help me make a clear, even though it was the same decision, I feel like I was able to find the time within myself to be like, this is actually why I'm making it, and not just make it and be like, oh, why did I do that? You know what I mean? And it gave me this space to be able to just breathe and be like, this is why I need to make this decision, which has helped me in downsizing. It's like, this is why.
Yeah, just
like,
kind of all kept...
the whole thing, this is what my life needs right now.
Yeah,
and so it gave me the clarity of that. So on a relational level, encouraging people, if you're seeing a friend, like, hold them up. I've had people do that so many times in my life, like holding them up and just like letting the person take a second. The moment I was thinking of is when we were at the pool, and it felt like a very like guarded conversation.
It was,
but then there was a moment where you asked me a very specific question and I answered it honestly, and I feel like the walls were able to come down. And I think that in full vulnerability, that's when you can get through really kind of anything. Yeah. I remember that too.
Yeah. Now that you say that. I tucked it away because I didn't want to think about it. No, because you were you were like, this is weird. And I'm like, it is kind of weird. Because it was like we were both trying to like figure each other out.
But I think when you could just ask the hard questions and then answer the hard question in the most honest way possible, there's really not another way to have deep, intimate friendships with people if we can't ask the hard questions and answer them honestly. And you've challenged me in that multiple times as a friend.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But I think that's why.
And I feel like you asked me a lot of really great questions too. So I feel like that's why we work well together, is that we're like, we try to like, I don't know. Because sometimes it can be a one-sided situation where one person's like, I feel like we equally work at that anyway.
Yeah. So I think it's important.
I do remember that. And I actually can remember the feeling of us sitting there talking. Yeah. Like there's this very specific feeling.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, let's talk about our cocktail. Is this a better transition?
I love you.
Yes, I love you.
Let's talk about let's drink some more so we don't feel what we're feeling.
Let's drink our feelings away. I copycatted a couple of Instagram freezer door cocktails. So you pre-mix it in advance, and it's in your freezer, ice cold, like the Arctic Circle. And you pull it out and you pour it. No shaker included. Whoa. No need. It's ready to rock.
It's really good.
It's so good. So this is a tart cherry margarita.
So. She didn't tell me before, just so you know. I'm finding it out live with everybody.
What?
It's really good.
So good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
How's that? Tequila.
I was thinking cherry limeade. It has a cherry limeade feel, but
it does.
An adult version.
Yes. So super ice cold and tequila, agave, a whole lot of fresh squeezed lime.
Yes.
Tart cherry juice, and I put like half a cup of water in it so it doesn't freeze. So I learned that on Instagram too.
I love that.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
So it gives it iciness too. It kind of like it dilutes it too. I mean, because it doesn't freeze because it has the booze, but then it has other stuff in it that does make it freeze. But you put the ice in or the water in it, it kind of gives it the shaker. Because whenever you shake it, when you shake a cocktail, it not only is making it cold, but it's diluting. So anyway,
I love it.
That's it.
It's good. Okay.
Tart cherry margarita.
Okay.
Transition.
I have an encouragement. I feel like I have an encouragement for people.
You're an encouragement?
No, I feel like I have an encouragement to people.
What's
that? If you're feeling,
congratulations!
I have an
encouraging
to you.
You're so encouraging. Thank you.
No. But if you Like, lean into hard conversations with your friends.
Absolutely.
That's my encouragement.
It's worth it. It draws you closer, even though they run away.
And they make fun of how you talk. It's fine.
Love you, mean it.
Bye.